Welcome guys to another episode of Playing the Field with Shakes. Ha ha ha. Absolutely love interacting with you guys. I love doing these videos. I love talking about football. This is what I love doing. I would love to do it for the rest of my life, most definitely. And I'd like to say, for everyone who's watching on YouTube, can you please subscribe to the video, please, and hit the bell as well, so that you can get notifications on any other videos that I put up. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please comment, like the page as well, share the video, comment anything that you can. It would really be much appreciated from me, and I appreciate everybody who views this video. So yeah, so guys, it's World Cup fever, of course, and there's so much to look forward to, and I'll be doing videos constantly just talking about the World Cup and what to look forward to and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's get back into it. So the content of the video of today, I'll be looking at the top 5 players that I feel could be the top scorers at this coming World Cup. You know, the World Cup, guys, if you top the scoring charts, it can just do so much for you, and it just shows you doing it in front of the whole world. Everybody is watching this, you know, and over billions of people watch the World Cup as well, especially the final and everything. And if you can bang in them goals, I guarantee you people will be watching. And this time around, I'm going for my top 5 who I think is going to be the top scorers. So my number 1 definitely has to be Thomas Müller, guys. He's a very obvious choice, I think, because when you look back on his record at the World Cup, and the last 2 World Cups, which I found out was 10 goals in the last 2 World Cups. That's amazing. He got the top scorer when it was in South Africa, and also he scored 5 when they were playing in the 2014 World Cup as well, and he scored the opening goal against Brazil when Brazil lost 7-1. And you know, definitely, you know, Thomas Müller is one of those players that for club he doesn't score as much goals, no doubt about it, but he still remains crucial to what Bayern Munich are trying to do, and for Germany as well. When he gets called up, it definitely makes sense as to why he's called up. He's one of those players that you would probably call him your fox in the box type. He doesn't score goals from like long range or anything like that. He just happens to be in the right place at the right time, and when you look at his stats at the World Cup, it's absolutely brilliant. So he is my number 1 for saying he could potentially be the top scorer at this coming World Cup. My number 2, guys, so my number 2 is gonna go to a guy who plays for Barcelona, and not the guy you're thinking of. I'm gonna go Luis Suarez, guys. Luis Suarez, man, what a striker. I think in my time of watching football, he is definitely one of the best that I've seen. And you know, I think he marked his world-class status when he was at Liverpool. I mean, he scored over 31 Premier League goals. I mean, he scored 31 Premier League goals for Liverpool, and without a penalty. That's absolutely impressive to have done that at Liverpool. And you know, he's got over 50 goals for Uruguay, over 50, guys, in under 100 appearances. And that is why you sort of look to him over Edison Cavani when it comes to the goals. He absolutely is brilliant. He can score all types of goals. You know, he can round the defender. He can strike it with a bicycle kick. He can be in the box and just score at the right time. And obviously he plays for Uruguay, and Uruguay are more of like your dark horses. You just don't know what could come of it. You don't know where they could go. You don't know how far they could go. And with a player like him, he's shown how crucial that he's been at the past 2 World Cups that I've seen him. Obviously he was introduced at the 2010 World Cup, and a lot of fans knew him because of that the handball thing that he did to stop Ghana from scoring the crucial goal, and Ghana ended up losing on penalties. And then as well as at the next World Cup, he did bite Chiellini. But you know, ever since then, in the 4 years that he's played, he's just absolutely showed that he's been brilliant in front of goal, and he's been scoring many goals for Barcelona. I mean, the goal tallies that he has, you know, is absolutely brilliant, and he's been very crucial to Barcelona as well, and helping the likes of Messi, and the time when Neymar was there, when there were the 3 of them that were scoring goals for fun. And I think he is my 2nd choice for potentially being the top goal scorer at the World Cup. My number 3. Wow, okay, so some people are probably gonna come at me and say, oh, but it was so obvious that you picked this guy and all that stuff. But I'll tell you why I picked him. And my number 3 choice has to go to another guy from Barcelona, and that is Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi guys, I tell you, you know, before the 2014 World Cup, people were wondering when is he gonna light it up. At the 2010, it didn't go the way he would have liked. The likes of Tevez were more of your players that people were looking at, and he was scoring the crucial goals and all that stuff. And ever since 2010, Lionel Messi has just become a great player, a better player, you know, and winning Ballon d'Ors as well, and winning Champions League for Barcelona as well. And he's cemented his world-class status, definitely. And I think the most crucial one is at the 2014 World Cup. He got 4 goals in for Argentina, and if anybody watched, practically he was the only man that was carrying Argentina all the way to the final. And yes, Di Maria did play a role, he had his fair share of a role, but for Messi and his goals, I mean the last minute goal that he scored against Iran as well, remember that? It was absolutely beautiful. And to have done it like that, to score 4 goals like that, he sort of announced himself, and he sort of told everybody that, hey, I can do it. And he is officially the top scorer for Argentina. And he was the guy who scored the crucial goals that made Argentina just narrowly make it to the World Cup and qualify. So definitely for him, I feel like he can do it again. Obviously the Argentinian players need to help him out as well, but his ability and what he has and what he possesses, he can definitely carry a team, definitely. And I feel like he can also score the goals in Russia at the 2018 World Cup. So we'll have to see what he does this time around. What does he have in the bag, you know? And that's what he carries. My number 4, guys. So my number 4 definitely, not definitely, but is a guy who plays for France. Is a guy who plays Atletico Madrid. It's a guy by the name of Antoine Griezmann, linked with Barcelona. We don't know what's going to happen with that. But Antoine Griezmann, for the time, he has been so underestimated. You know, he's been so underrated per se. You know, all of these goals that he scores for Atletico Madrid and what he does for Atletico Madrid, winning the Europa League this season and carrying them all the way to second in the Liga, finishing above Real Madrid, and he just carries on doing it every single time, you know, under the radar. And now he's sort of cemented his world-class image and status within football. And if you look back at the European Championships 2016, he scored the goals for France as well. He scored a plenty amount of goals to take them to the final. Unfortunately, they lost to Portugal, but he does have the ability to score goals. And can you imagine if you're having the likes of Pogba, Mbappe passing the ball to you? I mean, come on, like, he's someone who can put the ball in the back of the net, and I think he is the shoe-in, because you sort of feel like France will go far in the competition. They will definitely, I do feel like they will go far. So with him being up front, definitely he should be able to score the number of goals. Surprisingly, I did see that he's only scored over 20 goals only and over 50 appearances for France. So it's one of those things where, okay, I mean, the ratio is not that bad. You would have thought it would have been better, but for what he did at the European Championships of 2016, he just shows that he can perform on a bigger stage, and he's done it. You know, even for Atletico Madrid, he's done it in the Champions League, he's done it in Europa League, he's done it in the Liga, so he can do it. My last and final choice, guys. Wow, I've went for big players, guys. I've went for big hitters, and the last one definitely has to be, well, definitely in the sense of when you look at the goals that he scored for his country, and that is Neymar. Guys, Neymar is 4th highest Brazilian top goal scorer, guys. Can you imagine? At only 20, he's turning 26 this year. At 26 years old this year, he has scored a massive 54 goals for Brazil. It's unbelievable. I mean, if you think of the top scorer, which is Pele, he scored 77, and he's only 26. You sort of wonder, he can perhaps break it. And unfortunately, at the last World Cup that he played, he got an injury, and that allowed for when Brazil played against Germany, and then Brazil lost 7-1, and obviously people were saying because Neymar wasn't there, he's so crucial, and he scores goals. I mean, his numbers are absolutely incredible. He scored he scored 28 goals for PSG before getting injured. 28 and 30 appearances in all competitions. That is absolutely incredible. And to have a team with the likes of Coutinho that's going to be playing there, Gabriel Jesus is going to be playing there, Firmino coming off the bench, Fernandinho as well, Fred as well. The creative element within that team is great. And also he came off scoring a goal against Croatia as well after his injury layoff. So he does show that he can score goals. And I think at this coming World Cup, he will definitely also prove it as well. And they one of the favorites between Brazil and Germany who's going to win it. And you can see Brazil going very far. And I feel like this time around versus 2014, they're not as heavily reliant on him, but to just have him as a plus. And he's slick movements and he's finishing on both feet. He can strike a ball with his left and his right, you know. So I feel like he's definitely going to be a contender for the top goal scorer at the 2018 World Cup. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate everybody who watches this video. And can you please just don't forget to subscribe off YouTube, and as well as if you're watching it on YouTube, and if you're watching it on Facebook, you know, like, comment, share, everything like that. I really do appreciate everybody who watches this video. You guys can tweet me as well on Twitter at Shakes1Betty, and you can also playing the field with Shakes. You're allowed to comment. I'll definitely look out for it, and as well as YouTube, I'll definitely look out for it if you're trying to get a hold of me. Thank you very much to everybody who watches this video. Let's do it. Russia 8 2018. It's going down. It's going down.